I was like, what is that? So he came back, he bought beers for the next 2 hours.
Wow.
Hammered. And he told me all kinds of crazy wrestling stories about him and Taker at WrestleMania. He was supposed to break the streak, but
Diesel was supposed to break the streak before the streak was a thing?
Yeah, so after... Yeah, it was great. And then 2 days later, at the same show, I was at a bar with, I forget the guy's first name. His last name's Barrymore. He's like the crazy, bald, creepy dude from The Hills Have Eyes.
Okay.
And we were at the bar together, and Kevin Nash walked by.
Wow.
And who was the biggest human being I have ever seen in my life.
Big sexy.
Huge. Like Animal here is 6'3".
Yeah.
And like when I was next to like Nash, I was like, oh my God, like there's clouds.
Yeah.
And like, but his
he's just a
like,
big guy, man.
And like, jacked, still like super jacked. And he came over and he knew Barrymore, and he said, listen, are you a wrestling fan? I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening?
Kevin Nash is asking me a question.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna come over and buy the beer. So next 2 hours, and you can ask me anything you want.
Wow.
And I was like, what is that? So he met me, came back, he bought beers for the next 2 hours.
Wow.
Hammered. And he told me all kinds of crazy wrestling stories about him and Taker at WrestleMania. He was supposed to break the streak, but
Diesel was supposed to break the streak before the streak was a thing?
Yeah, so at the show, Taker wasn't coming to talk to him, so he didn't know what to do before they went out.
Okay.
And he finally went to Vince. He's like, what's gonna happen? I don't know. So then he went and talked to finally tracked down Taker and said, listen, like we're out soon. We gotta figure something out. And Taker goes, just we'll go out there, do your what was it, the jackknife?
Jackknife, yeah.
And pin me. And
jackknife powerbomb.
What? Okay. And then he looks down, and that day Taker had been given divorce papers.
Oh fuck.
So then when Taker told him that, like on the day of WrestleMania, Diesel was like, I'm not beating you today.
That story just took a swerve.
Wow.
He's like, I'm not breaking the streak today. I'm not beating you today. I don't even think it was much of a streak at that point. It's like
It wasn't talked about.
matches he had won at WrestleMania at that
Like that's the thing. You think it became something?
Yeah, this was
like it wasn't. I don't. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be the streak, but
eventually it just.
But then the rumor was
then they're like, oh, this guy's been on a 7 WrestleMania streak here. I think we should run with this.
that's the thing when that happened. So the rumor is that even up like all 18 WrestleManias, like 25, when he got to we got all of them.
Yeah.
He'd give divorce papers to every wrestler he'd wrestle. He'd be like, oh, I just got. I'm like, son of a
This
bitch.
guy,
What a
smartest man in wrestling.
Son of a bitch.
Smartest man in wrestling.